I'm actually in the game. So let's see if we can play it. Probably not. Watch. It's gonna do it. What? No. I don't know how to play though. Should I just go in? I always use Link. Is he good? Does it matter? Wait, Ludwig? The streamer? Okay. I don't know. That's kind of weird, actually. I'll do a couple games and probably go to bed. Of what? Of this? You want to play with me? I didn't. Wait, what? Wait, what's going on? It's starting already? Wait, I'm not ready. Wait. What's so good? Are these tires good? Do a little trolling. Oh no. Wait, who am I? Which one am I? I'm probably one of the default ones. Who am I? Who am I here? The course has been... Yo, I guess I have online still, or maybe it's probably on auto pay. I don't know that. That's not good though. I haven't paid for live. I don't remember paying for it for like a year, so it must be auto pay. I've been wasting my money for a year already. Yeah, I forgot to play this. Is this a... Am I as fast as everyone else with this or no? Oh crap, you have to drift. How do you drift? Crap. We're dead. Oh man, I'm so bad right now. How do you drift? Get wrecked. I did a drift somehow. Oh, it's tilt controls. I have it on still. I think I need to turn that off. Crap. Oh, it's blocked my face. Whoops. What the heck? I'll fix that later. Oh, I don't know how I'm doing that. I don't know how I'm drifting, but I keep doing it. I keep doing it. Some sort of drift control. Blue shell. Oh, okay, I think I know how. I know how. Do I? He's coming. Oh, I guess you can't do that. Okay. Darn it. Shoot. I don't know how I got that. How do you stop? Not bad for someone who hasn't played in a year, I'd say. I think I have drift controls. Not last, that's what I'm saying. I need to turn that off. I should have done the first single player, but that's cool. Let me go back. Darn, I can't go back. My category? What? Oh, right. Thank you. Are you looking? Why is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has no picture? I'm gonna just go to the 8 one, I guess. Do people just stream on the 8 one, or does it matter the Deluxe one? Hell if I know. I messed up. Regular. Let's go, baby. This is the classic map. Oh, Toad, you bastard. I mean, I keep drifting. That's terrible. Okay, I think it is, I don't know what's going on. Why is it doing that? That's bad. Can I do this? Okay, I guess not. It keeps drifting. I'm going. It's motion controls, I think. That's what's going on. I don't know what that is. Go, go, go. Darn it. That's okay, I'm learning. I played Crash Bandicoot Racing. Mommy. Sweet. Get out the way, homie. We out here. Oh, I should have hit that. Darn it all to hell. Oh no. Yo, what the frick, dude? Yo, I know how XCC feels when it does this shit. Yeah. Oh my. When you're in first, you get screwed, pretty much. That's pretty much what's going on. I think motion controls are better. Yo, what the I'm not even in first anymore. I'm not even in first anymore. And there's poo-poo on me. Give me something. Die, everybody. Get out of the way, bitch. I mean, get away. Fifth. Okay. I can do this. I can do this. Little bit. I mean, it's probably stream snipers. Everyone, if you're stream sniping, let Hotbox in, everyone. Okay. Let him in. It's all coming back to him. I think I like the drift controls more. I think I like it. It gets you into it more. Yeah, I like this. I like what I have on right. This is me. Motorcycle Link. I like this. Is this bad? Does it matter what car you choose? I'm not using these wheels. It's terrible. Huh. Yeah, it's alright, Hotbox. It's just whatever. Wait. Yeah, is there a room? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 12. Is 12 the max? Is 12 the max, Hotbox? Yeah, I think it is. You're not in here. Should I leave? Should we make a room for you? Is it really worth playing with, like, people you know in this game? It's just random. I think it would be worse. Like, I mean, it might be fun. I mean, it's up to you. If you think it'd be good to play with each other. In-game. We can try it. Like, go ahead. Are you good at this game, though? The real question is, are you good at this game? If so, then don't join me. Actually, yeah, maybe that's good. I'm telling y'all, drift controls the future. What? Now this is pod racing. I don't know how to stop drifting though. Am I going forward? Yeah. I don't think I'm doing it right though. He's a two-time. Juice me. Long drift. Got it. Go, baby. Darn it. Okay, A is forward. Oh, I thought right stick, the right trigger was forward, but like, it kept drifting. I thought like that was like an optional thing sometimes. I know what's going on. I know what's going on now. For sure, for sure. I'm sweating. I'm sweating. Darn, I got it. Roll it. Oh, that's it. What'd I get? What'd I get? I think I did terrible. But what place is this? What? I got DDoS. Hey, Mocha Gaming with the the deuce raid right there. The double. Thank you very much, Moku Gaming. Welcome to the channel. Oh yeah, it's covering my face, huh? That was fun. I can get into this. Yo, how do I add you? How do I add you to the game? Let me see. Friends. Hotbox probably already went to sleep. He's like, screw this guy. Hotbox playing YouTube right now. Gotcha. No problem. Hello. Hello. Mr. Worldwide. Battle. That was fun. I like motion controls. I think it's good. What do you guys think? What is that emote? Oh, it's Willy Wonka. That's cool. Tzarar. Tzarar. What do you think? What does he say during that quote? Well, would you like to see it? Something like that. It's an everlasting gobstopper. Or is it like was that the meal one? Classic. Gene Wilder. What? What are the chances of people picking the same map? Oh, God. Oh. Weird lobby here. All right, we go. Here, this is the one. Too soon, too soon. What does that mean? I think that's good. What just happened? Get out the way! Oh, I missed it. Oh, I got it. Darn it. I'm doing terrible. All that effort for nothing, I tell you. He's coming, he's coming. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. I think the coins make you go faster, right? Go, go, go. I'm still slow, though. I'm not doing well. Go up. What is this? I could get hit by that. Get a coin. Yeah. 7. I'm doing terrible though. I give history lesson. You know what, Flufo? We don't want to hear it. That's drama from the 1800s. We don't want to hear it. They already settled it through a YouTube debate. It's already over. Old drama. Don't need it. History is just old YouTuber drama. That's all it is. Sad face. Hey. No dramas. I'll give you my best shot. Rainbow Road. That seems cool, but is it though? Squish? Don't do that. Please. How about you talk about Mario Kart, okay? Talk about some Mario Kart, no. What can you say about Mario? Squish. How dare you? How dare you say it again? Alright, place your bets, guys. Will I be in 8th place or 7th place? Darn it. How come I'm so slow, man? The coin, I think it's all about the coins, isn't it? The coins, you have to get the coins. For sure. Land already. I'm getting no coins, and there's coins everywhere though. Oh! Lego, Lego. Oh, I could have got that. Okay. What? Okay, it autopiloted. Come on, go, go, go. What am I? Oh, the drift controls. Okay, I really have to get rid of that. I do have to get rid of that. I do. It's not good. It's very sensitive. I'm trying to get the coins. I can't. Does that even help? Oh, no. Come on. Come on. It's bad. It's bad. What are you saying? Sir, this is a Wendy's. Oh, good. Why am I so slow? This is terrible. Get the coins, baby. Get the coins. go, baby. I was close. All this effort, I'm doing trash, though. Is it the bike? No! What am I doing wrong here? I mean, bets. You want to bet? You want to bet? You want me to make a bet, guys? You want to bet? You really want to lose your points? That's what the real question is. I'll make a bet. I'll make a bet. So I've been getting like 8th place, 10th place, doing terrible. Doing atrociously. So keep that in mind when you bet. I need to turn off drift controls. I'm done with it. It's over. Because it's too sensitive when you turn. I think that's messing me up. It's a prediction. It's not really a bet. It's a prediction, right? Start a prediction. We've done a couple predictions on this channel. How do you do it? Hold on.
Put the game away.
No. It really takes a lot out of you there. With the drift controls, at least. Prediction. Start a prediction. In the meantime, I'll do this raid. Mario Kart. Wait, what? Mario Kart place 8 or lower. 9 or higher place. Alright guys, 2 minutes just to predict this. There you go. Whoever wants to bet, you can. You can now. Alright, we won the battle as well. Shout out to some guy named MT, what a weird name that is. Gigglemish and Miltendo got the rewards there. Fantastic. Fantastic. I don't think the rewards are that good. The coins are the best thing. Right? No. We'll do this one. That's good to me. You got money. Yeah, the money's the best one. Here, I'll place the bomb guy since we got people. I'm doing that for a quest. Place bomb guys. Wait, never mind. I don't have that quest anymore. That was a waste of a placement. Sorry, guys. It's all about that moolah. So I'm at Time Warp, the first one still. I haven't really been doing it. If y'all wondering where we're at on the thing. Stream Raiders. Take a look. That's it. That's our placement. Yo, Mario Kart's pretty fun, though. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I'm lying. Alright, so basically... This controller reminds me of, like, the Game Boy, the purple Game Boy that you could see through. Back in the day. Alright, so how do you turn off the controls? Amiibo. Hey, how do you turn it off? Where's the settings? What? You had to go all the way to the thing? What is this? Do these matter? I don't know. Oh, this is cool. Submarine. Ooh. I had no idea. That's not bad. Let me try this one out. Classic. How do you change the dang controls in this? Anyone know? Does anybody know? Hello? Hello? Is it got to go here? Disable. What? How do you change it? You can't. There we go. Tilt controls on. Off. Steer. Auto accelerate. What do you want for that? I don't know. What you'd have for that? Smart steering? No, right? You don't want that. Do you? Let's see how that is. Okay. Now I'm used to that. So that gives you a boost, right? Crap. So how do you... What? I go so slow here. There you go. This is easy mode. Oh, man. I'm used to that now. Is that ever gonna go away? It's like the DeLorean. Nice. How do you shoot it behind you? How do you look behind you? There you go. Y. Okay. I'm gonna lose on the easiest one. Come on! I wanna get the coins, really. Darn it. Well, there goes my coins. Darn it. A coin. Jesus, I'm terrible. I'm so bad. There you go. How's that work? First, by the way. Oh, it's not over. Of course not. What? Oh my. Jeez. We got sent into another realm there. Oh god. What? It just cancels my thing? That's not good. Yo, first place is terrible. Go. Ten. Alright, 10's the max. I felt terrible. Hey, I got first though. Alright, quit. Let's go back to multiplayer. Can you unlock stuff doing single player though? Probably should do this single player. Nah, it's fine. Right? Don't know. I clicked a 90, a new vehicle. Oh, they are. It is a thing. Online. Online play. Wait, so if we play together, if Hotbox and I play together, we have to choose 2-player? Maybe? Regional. Worldwide. Let's try regional. Link. Always Lincoln. My name's Lincoln. Not a bad bike. Let's try this one. This looks cool. Oh man. So where am I at? Butte City. Where's my character? You have to watch him race? Yeah. I'd rather just join regional. I mean, worldwide. Forget that, dude. No, I can't wait 2 minutes. I can't. I refuse. I could have waited. Sure, I could have waited. They have the Splatoon people? Animal Crossing. Oh, it changes the bike, too. Oh, that's cool. Why did I buy this game and never play it? What happened? That's weird. King Boo, he actually has the crown. They got that person. Daisy and Rosalina, of course. Yo, she has lighter skin. That's like a zombie skin, almost. It's like no pigment at all. Link's like, what up? He like, what up, though? Let me try the other skin. Oops. Let's see Paul Allen's card. Oh, I changed the bike color. I didn't know that. Which one am I? I think I'm just default. I never made it. I guess I never made one. I thought I did. I thought I did. Personally. Stepped on something. My wire disconnected. Oh, there we go. Better setting. Okay, we're good. Yeah, I'm like a weird character. I'm not like a default guy. Alright, here we go. This is fun. I like this. Zzz. Get out the way. Bad. Okay, you really have to turn well. You have to. It's not that easy, is it? Look at that. Look at that shot. So the coins give you like torque or something. Damn it! That's not good. Yeah, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Wait, what was... This is the prediction one, I think. That's if anyone even voted. Yo, I'm way ahead of these guys. And we're still collecting coins, baby. Oh man, that was risky. Yo, how am I so far away from these guys? What? What? Well, it ain't over yet, though. It ain't over yet. I'm a master already. I'm gonna tell you about it. Oh crap. Is that worth it? Shoot. They're catching up. Oh no, I'm still good. We Gucci. I'm out of there. I'm out of there, baby. Take a picture of that. That's the only time it's gonna hit. No way. Were those real people? No way. No way. How? I don't know how. I don't know. That was crazy. I don't believe it. Almost. Yeah, we good now. All right, let's do it again. Go again. I'm out of here. I should make my own custom guy. Can you walk around? Hooray! Was that right? I don't know. Only you can know that. Only you can. We put what? 2? I don't know. That well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. You can keep. I think you can. Oh, you can only bet on that. Wait, are you betting for that I lose terribly? There's no way I can get 8th place now. I'm too good. Now I'm too good. There's no way. There's no way. Did you do the wrong one? Let's get it. What the? Oh, I didn't press A. Okay, it might actually win now. Oh man, I'm so dumb. Wow, I was pressing the wrong thing. That's okay. I went right into that banana, right into it. We're good. I could have jumped that. Oh no. I messed up. 2 stars. Direct. No! No, he jumped that. Okay, I see that. That's the shortcut right there. Do it! I'm terrible at that jump. Oh my god. Top torque. Let's go. Drop it. Yeah, baby. Oh. What? Oh, it's a struggle out here. The wording? What? I worded that pretty well, I think. Look, 7, we're 7, so 8 or lower. So 8. It's 8 or lower. What? How can I make that clearer? How? 9 or higher means 9 to 12, not 1 through 9. What? How would you interpret 9 or higher to 1 through 9? What? Okay, wait. What should I put? The lower number is a higher position? Yes. Yes. Alright, how about this? What if I do top 3? Like, top 5 or last places? Maybe that would be better. Top 5 or loser 5? Loser 5. Loser rest. Top 5 or loser, pretty much. Top 5 or loser? That might be good. Yeah, I'm getting sweaty from playing this. Oh, man. I need to install that air conditioner soon. I'm okay. I'm okay. It's tough. These guys are good. I think you guys must have been noobs. Oh, this is a nice map. No! Oh my god. Oh my god! Okay, this is tough. Jeez. Oh my god, this is a tough one. It's over. Hooligan television. Man, I'm in last. Dead last. Way too dank. What happened? What hit me? I don't even know. Why does it take so long to roll sometimes? Dang, I got skirted. Man, you really have to turn here. Come on! Oh my god, I'm so bad. This is like a very intermediate course or advanced course. Man, so bad. 7th though. Okay, it's not last. Sure. Good. So I got 7th there. Oh, I didn't. There was no bet. I was just to keep the same thing. Oh god. Oh god. No. That's. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I want to use the red bike. The red bike specifically. One more time. One more game. Let's see what we get this time. What? World race. Reminds me of the dagger or the sword from GunZ, the Pompao ice sword. Just saying, just saying. All right, last one. Oh, what? How many more laps are there? What if someone's already your character? That's a cool car. Look at this guy, he's been playing for years. Dude, he's doing like the perfect turns and all that. Bruh. Yeah, get him, get him! Wow, they still didn't catch up to him. It's still not over. Come on, dude. That's a cool car. I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna leave. What if I use a different character? I want to use the red. I want to use the red bike though first. Okay. I need to make my own amiibo. Whatever that is after this game. I have to do that. I must do it. Shy Guy Town. MT Amiibo. If I ever bought an Amiibo, it would have been Link. Okay, do they still sell Link? I don't know. Probably. It's pretty popular. I'd buy a Link Amiibo. I should have bought one. Too soon? Got it. Oh no. Oh no. Everybody disconnected, I think. Okay. That's cool. I'm okay with this. Everybody froze. That's not good. Bobby dead. Alright. Not sure what that's about. Alright, never mind. Let me look up Link amiibos. I guess that's what you get when you play worldwide, I guess. Can I not just use the bite for a second? $36. Would I buy the new Link or the older Link, though? Damn, dude. There's so many options. Whatever I can get, I guess. I don't know if I want one now. It's probably too late. It's too late now. No, it's not. I don't need him. I should probably get one because I use my main on Smash Brothers. By the way. Even though that's not really a main at all, it's fine though. That's what I use. That's just what I am. What the freak? Is this the same game I was spectating before, dude? I can't. So how do you change your amiibo? I'm Mtwarrior. So that didn't count that last prediction. Nope. I don't think anyone voted anyway. That's how it should be though in games. If it's full, just spectate till it's over. I mean, you know. How do you change your look though? Battles 9. Friend to battles 43? How's that work? What? Oh, the battle's ready though. Alright, we'll do that while I look for this. It's about time. That took a while. It felt like a while. While I look for this, what's taking so long with this battle, though? Okay, we're good. I found the amiibos. Who got the kills? Nintendo, the GOAT. There's only 3 people who put units on. Appreciate that, Nintendo. Probably the only reason we won there. I'm not gonna lie. Or I'll place my main down. Gotta do it. You gotta do it. Alright, so basically... That's my me. So, okay. I think I made them bald because I didn't like their hairstyles. This is terrible. What a weird me. Oh, yeah, I used to have a bald avatar on Xbox. That's why I did it. That's the... I would go lighter, so you might as well put hair on him. It doesn't work if you're not, like, pure white and bald. It doesn't work the same. That was my look on Xbox. It's very, very specific style. I guess I'll wear this then. You can't choose... Oh, you can show more. Okay, wait. That's hair, though. Can you do that with the skin? Probably not. No, why not? Why not? I think you can if you hack it or something. I've seen people with, like, weird skin. Like, green. I think I did. Or do I want to go purple? Light purple. I already have the purple lipstick, though. Already do. Tough call. Not really. Whatever. Oh no, save. Alright, so how do you change your guy? Why is he like that then? What the heck? I don't get that. Select the me icon. Okay. Oh no. Darn it. I'm messing up today. No big deal. I'm just excited. Come on, let's get in the game already. Yep. Pretty excited. What? I got hacked. Maybe because I keep leaving the game. I'm not patient enough. What if, like, that's an endless lobby, though? It's like a hacked lobby. It's like, it goes on forever. Could be. More than likely not, though. We're in. Alright, so change my amiibo. So how do I change my me? What? There's no time. I just want to change my amiibo. Alright. It's getting pretty late here. Rainbow Road, though. Rainbow Road hype. Rainbow Road hype. There's no time for sleepy. Now we're cooking. Oh, look at that. That's classic Mario Kart. What? Oh yeah, A. Everything's fun. Rainbow Road can be difficult. Jeez. That song is hype though. I was trying to throw it behind me. Oh my! That was terrible. Oh no. Why'd I do that? I'm panicking. Yo, I'm second, please do. I did the same thing. I did the same thing. That's okay. It's my first time here. Well, what the heck? Okay, I just nullified that damage. Speed up the music. Oh my god. Well, there goes everything. Oh god. Jeez, this is a tough one. No. Well, that was interesting. That was cool. I don't, you know, you have to get used to that every map. You gotta get used to it. Alright, so how do I change my amiibo? Here it is. But I don't want to be... Oh, yeah, yeah. Why doesn't it do that by default? That's weird. There you go. I look stupid anyway. Bye-bye. Yo, what character should I be, guys? I'll listen to you guys next round. Next game, who should I be? Who do you think is cool? Nintendo, if you have any idea, if you want me to be someone, let me know. I'll be him. I'll be whoever you want. Next round's on me. Oh, wait, what was the prediction there? I don't know. What place did I get? I don't know. No one voted anyway, so let's go. Either way is fine. Alright, next one. I don't know if it's too late. It might be too late. I'll do it for 1 minute. 1 minute vote. Oh, they got it somehow. No, no, no. What is this? You probably play this on Nintendo? It's pretty sick. Mario Kart, I've been missing out. I've been missing out on this. Oh man, this level's interesting. Hey, thanks for the follow, Ricky Braun. Hey, it's Ricky Braun over here. Oh god, terrible. I'm doing so bad right now. If you couldn't tell. That's not even gonna help. Jeez. Do you need like a certain tire here? Probably not. Is that water, Mario? That's metal. Why does he sound like he's in water? Get out of here. Oh, it's Animal Crossing. That's what I was thinking, but it didn't look the same. It's probably because it's like the older Animal Crossing. Alright, holds. Nailed him. Ah. Crap. Oh, here it comes. A little going away present for you. Direct. Oh, I could have got him sooner. Third place, let's go. Are you pretty good at it? When's the last time you played? I'm interested in your Mario Kart history now. Nintendo. Luigi. Hey, we got third place. That's pretty good there. 8 or lower 1. That's the one. Good job. Try Mario next? Okay. Classic. Mario. Classic Mario. Classic Kart as well. Yeah. Oh, Metal Mario? Okay. I didn't see that, sorry. There he is. We have time, we got time. Metal Mario would drive a submarine, though. Let's be honest here. Metal Mario. Seems good. What? They just DC everyone? Bring me back. Yeah, it sounds weird. Metal Mario talking? Is this water? Is this Mario underwater? That's all it is. Random. Wait, where's my character? Where'd he go? Am I back to like the default character? This is lit. This is lit. So you gotta do the predictions though. I don't know if you ever did the predictions with the Mario Kart before Nintendo. It's pretty fun. Oh wow, this has a weird engine sound. Okay, this map again. I don't know how they do that. I like the sound of this one. This is a banger. Yo. Let's go. Get out of here. Get it, get it. Damn, that was dirty. No. Crap. It's over. GG. Oh, maybe not. Oh. I wasn't looking what I got. I need items, I think. Darn it. The choke. Here we go. Come back. Oh, I was trying to do something cool. Well, there goes everything. Yoink the coins. I was like that GoldenEye sound effect. Second. Hey. I'm surprised. I caught up. Nice. Nice. No one bet. No one bet. Good, good. 9 or high. Wait, that actually is confusing. 8 or lower. Let me do this again. Anyone want me to use someone else? Alright, so top 5. Loser. Lou, who is a her? Flesh Mario? Alright. Okie dokie. Oh wow. Oh wow. I'll do it for you, Nintendo. You really like Mario? Oh yeah, yeah. Oh. And Toad, I guess. Mario though, you got the cap. The cap, no. I guess, yeah. Toad. Is Toad in this game? I didn't see him. He must be in. He has to be in this game. He has to be. There's no way he's not in here. There's no way. F-Zero. Okay, I don't know what he did, but I don't know. Hell yeah, brother. Everyone's getting killed. Jeez. I guess that's what it'd be like, though. Good try. Jeez, there's nothing I can do there. Aw, it's over. It's over now. It's all over, man. Oh, if you spam it, you get like worse items, I think. Take that. Oh god. Darn it. This is nice. How it feels to chew 5 gum. I'm going really slow. I have no coins. That's why. There we go. Oh, come on. Damn it. This is a tough one. This is very competitive. I need coins right now. I got nothing. Jeez. That was bad. Loser. Good job. You got it. Top 5. Loser. Alright, again. One more. I'm gonna choose my own character. Let's see. He's angry. Luigi's very angry. Of course, we'll try that. The usual. See, where's my... See, it changed my me again. That's weird. I don't get that. Why? That person has one eye. How does that happen? That's gotta be like some sort of hack. Or maybe they unlocked that somehow. What's that pick, Nintendo? Let's see, what are you talking about? It's a Toad. But with Nintendo Fusion. Are you talking about his profile picture? Probably not. I don't know how to do it. Oh, here we go. I know this map already, so we're good. Yo, this guy's cool, man. Get out of here. Yoshi. Oh! Darn it. How do you recover so fast from that? That's crazy. I meant to drift. It's over, man. Damn it. How do you get hit by that? How do you get hit by that? Go back to the car. We're leaving. Oh, God. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I can't. Jeez. Yeah, Bowser's sick. Oh, Koopa, whoever this is, I don't know. Yatta! Does this cancel out, like, star power? If it hits me? I missed it. Oh, no. Third. Yeah, he looks cool, man. Top 5. Nice prediction, y'all. Do we keep going? One more? One more? One more, y'all? Let's do one more. One more. Whatever happens, we're out. We'll switch to Monster Hunter. Oh, they do have regular Bowser. Okay, good. Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong. Surfboard. Why does everyone choose like the same thing? They must be part of a group. They have to be. Or maybe, I don't know. That's weird. What are the chances? Maybe it's like a party. Look, they're all from Japan. They might be like all in a group at like a bar somewhere. They might be at a bar or something. Oh, actually, I think it's morning now there. Okay. Oh, he has the same thing. I don't know. Jesus. I can't, man. I can't do it. This is a lot of turns. Okay, we're going this way. You really need coins to win. Turn, man. Terrible. Damn. Just go through. Oh crap, I was trying to do something. I missed everything. Dude, this is the worst run. Oh no, the bullet. He's not gonna go this way. There's no way. Oh, it's like a Splatoon car. Oh, we got 10, we got 10. Oh, he fell in the thing. Well, I thought that was the last lap. We still have a chance to get some ground here. Damn! I did the same thing he did, pretty much. Here he comes. The star guy is coming. Oh, no. Man. Turn, you fool. Squish her. Oh, darn it. Did she try to take mine? No way. I tried. Kate! 10. Sorry guys who bet, you lost your money. Losers. Oh god. Alright. Well, one more, because we can't... one more. Because we could have ended on a high note, and now we could end on a low note, but now we'll really end on whatever this next one. We'll end on whatever this next one is. So, yeah. Okay, I'll be Luigi. Why is he angry, man? Why is Luigi angry? Whoops, I don't want to do that. I didn't want to pick that. I got suckered into it. I always pick random. Why would it switch? Why would it go on the ship by default? 150cc. Okay. So the higher your rank is from 1,000, that's how good you are. So these guys are pretty good. What? I don't get it. Okay, maybe just hold on to it. Hey, oh my god. Looks like he's holding a pizza. Alright, this one's good. This is a good level. Die. What? How did I not pick up that coin? I had that one. Take that. This is round and round, huh? What is going on? Oh, I poo-poo. I think Donkey Kong pooped on me. That's not cool, man. Oh, God. Holy. Well, it was going good for a second there. Dude. We have to get something good here. This is RNG. Shoot. There we go. It's all about the star. Darn it! It's over, man. Double dash. I think I had that one. Yeah. I think when you had 2 people on the car. I think I have it still somewhere up there. Let me see. That was a weird one. That doesn't really count, does it? Yeah, you guys lost your points again. All right, one more for real this time. For realsies. For realsies. This is the real. Because that was a weird one. That was a weird one. That's not really a race. That wasn't really a race, right? I mean, no. No. Yo, Link's my dog. Donkey Kong? No. The other Link is cooler somehow. He has like more colorful. He's more colorful. All right, one more time. Yeah, rip. It's up there somewhere. All right, this is the last one. For real. For real. For realsies. There we go. Underwater. All right, so how do they do it? I'm just gonna hold on to it. All right, I don't know. Maybe they press the right trigger when it starts. Dude, what is this map? Need the submarine for this one. Wow, what is this? This game's crazy. Oh my god, that's kind of scary. It's the eel from the N64. Jesus. Oh man, that was bad. That was really bad. Rip all points. Yeah, pretty much. Who's that person way back there? You see that guy? That guy is dead. Same thing. Jeez. 0 coin Andy. Come on. Give me the coins. Hold. Now. He got killed. He's going that way. I'm trying, yo. Oh, God, that's the worst thing. I'm a ghost. Hey. Oh, no. Link, you poo-poo head. I mean, that's me. That's over. That's how it be sometimes, though, I guess. All right. That's enough. That's fun though. I like it. I'm down. Why am I still this gay? That's why is everyone else their same guy, but I'm not? Why am I not my same guy? Why? Okay. Maybe to restart. Yeah, it goes like the the me. Edit, create a me. Yes, always. Is there an option? Always be this gay. Alright, now what if we restart the game? Maybe it'll work if I restart it. That's the way she goes. Let me see, I'm curious. I'm glad this game's still relevant, pretty kind of. You know, it's the newest one. It's the latest one still because I bought it, and I can still play it and stuff. Well, I guess you can always play it. See, why am I still this gay? Whatever. Is that normal? It might be a normal thing. Okay, I don't know. That's weird. Okay, bye. Is there a way to tell how much battery life this controller has? I have no idea. I have no idea.